anyone that has any questions for obvious reasons. Because Limitless Radio, as you can ask Michelle, is very much um, about being, including people and everything like that.
Well, that's good.
So that's okay. We'll just get started into it, and then people can jump in when they want to. So let's start. Let's start with introduction. So obviously, I'm Maria. You should know that. You worked with me when I worked on my old station. Station that shall not be named. Right, Michelle? We are not part of that anymore. Okay, let's start off. So we are here with Sabrina Fallah. She's a singer from Ottawa, Canada. She's literally right next door to me from Quebec. So let's start off with talking about Quebec. After COVID dies down, do you plan on coming to Montreal?
Well, my label's in Montreal, so
Well, now you gotta do some shows.
I have been to Montreal, but everything completely because of the pandemic, all my traveling has been cut. So
Uh,
I would be going there, of course, and I have performed for. I performed for a major label in Montreal.
oh yeah, which one?
The label
Yeah.
Warner.
Oh, nice.
But the bar that I went to, I can't remember. It was so long ago. But
That's not a problem.
yeah, it was when they were doing the showcases, so artists could go and perform for them, and I just I just did it for to get some advice and
That
for
makes
my
sense.
career, because so I got advice and I'm still doing it, so that's good.
There you go. Michelle, any questions?
Yeah, I think it's more important now than ever for people to support their local artists with everything that's going on. Like it's been a difficult season for everybody, but especially for the entertainment industry, I feel. So hopefully this will be
Yeah,
different.
I'm hoping to get into the studio next year. Hopefully, things are looking good in Canada.
Yes.
Things are getting better here, so
Let's keep it that
maybe
way.
next year. Yeah.
So I actually, the other night I went and I was listening to your music and I checked out the song "Kisses a Killer" first. Like, I have to
Okay.
say I have a favorite song, Nancy Eight. So out of
Okay.
all of your influences, whose style would you say inspired that one the most?
Kiss is a killer. Well,
Yeah.
my songwriter that I wrote it with said he wanted to put some Aerosmith inspiration to it. But I'm inspired by Green Day, Bon Jovi, and Billy Idol. But he just wanted to put the classic rock feel into it.
Oh, I can
So
hear that.
I don't know like what people have heard, but I'm thinking of those bands that I'm inspired by when I'm singing. But that song has so much classic rock feel. I wanted the 80s, 90s rock in my
Yeah.
music,
Yeah.
so um,
You
I,
achieved
I
it.
I don't know, but I know a lot of people like that song, and it is rock and roll that one.
It
So
is.
It definitely is.
I could definitely see the influences through it. Like every time I hear it, I'm like, yeah, that one gets you rocking for sure. Well, about okay, so now it's my turn. I have to say my personal fave. Mine is All or Nothing. I think I've told you that last time we talked. That song's
and it's interesting because I say I'm driving to Montreal in that song.
I know. I love every time, and I'm like, I love the song. Like every time I have to like go live onto the station, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play a band from like if I'm playing a band from Canada and it's you, and I'm like, I gotta do this one. I'm like, it mentions Montreal. It's like my go-to right away.
Yeah, I wrote it about going to a party and having fun, and I just had Montreal. I don't know if we just put Montreal in it because I live in Ottawa, so we're going to Montreal.
Well, I think like I told Michelle last time, we were talking about that I said that Montreal's very much like a city of artists. So like it's always like there's a party, there's a festival, and I'm sure you can vouch for me. Like there's a festival every month. Jazz Fest, we have the Just for Laughs, we have everything.
Yes, you have just for laughs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
I told you, come to Montreal, Michelle, and then I can show you around. Like, just get your butt here.
Your butt.
Well, you answered my question because I was going to ask what was the inspiration behind that song, actually.
It's just a party song, having fun, and Montreal's in it.
It definitely is. um, anything from Michelle?
I understand that. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. So I understand you had the opportunity to work with Stuart Epps and Kent Wells. Can you tell us about that experience?
Oh my god. Okay. Well, Stuart Epps, when I was in college and I was doing the pre-music production program, for one of my classes, you could speak to producers either on Skype or by phone, or they come into the class. Well, one day we had Stuart Epps on the computer on Skype, and the webcam was facing me, and being in college, I was very, very shy, so I had a hood up and I was hiding. And
Right.
for some reason, Stuart would ask the class questions like who plays, who writes, who sings, and I was always raising my hand. And out of the blue, Stuart asked my teacher, "Could I talk to that girl on his right, no left, on his left side?" And I'm trying to look at the left side, and then I'm like, "Blue, I think it's me." And I'm like, "Oh my God, this Stuart Epps." And there's 40 people in my class in college, right? So I'm like, "Oh my God, they're gonna kill me." I'm so embarrassed. So then he asked me how I write, like, do I follow the songwriting structure? Back then, I didn't, because I was writing. But now that my songs are getting more airplay, I follow the commercial structure. But I still write the way I want to write, but I write it in the way for radio format.
Makes
Um,
sense.
but but then he asked me more questions, and then at the end, when he finished with me to go on to somebody else, he told Lou to give me his email at the end of the class. So that
Aw.
was my break to go to England and record.
That's
Kent Wells,
nice.
Kent Wells is Dolly Parton's producer and bandmate. I found somebody online when I was researching to co-write with someone that introduced me to work with him. In Nashville, I worked with 10 songwriters.
Oh, wow.
No, no, sorry, not 10 songwriters. I wrote 10 songs.
Oh!
No, no, no. I think I wrote with 4 or 5 people, but I had to write 5. My God.
I was like, that's
So
a
funny.
lot. Oh my god.
In a way, writing with other people is very good because they can think of ideas that you might not even think of to put down on the paper. So, yeah, it was fun. And I actually had Kelly Clarkson's drummer on my Kiss is a Killer track.
Oh, nice.
So on that album, yeah, I don't know if it was her actual drummer touring or her studio drummer, but
Okay.
I had a Kelly Clarkson drummer, and I told him, "Oh my God, I love Kelly Clarkson."
Well, I would do the same thing.
Well, it was Nashville, and Kelly lives in Nashville, so you meet a lot of people there, especially with Ken. But all at the end of the whole recording, Kent gave me pizza because that's when I could eat the dairy after my recording. So
There you
yeah,
go.
so yeah, that's how I got to them, and still to this day, I'm still in shock by how everything has happened. But
But that's kind of
yeah,
cool though. Like that's a huge experience. Talking about amazing experiences. You're part of a new show for a talk show, eh?
eh? Yes, you said it. The Canadian. Um,
Hey, you're gonna say it
Anybody
too.
that interviews me never says so this is awesome.
Well,
I
it's
haven't said it yet, but it will come out.
it'll come out. Don't worry. I'm Canadian. I'm gonna get it out of you.
So yes, WBLQ 1230 show.
So now we're gonna have to go see it.
I have now been offered the spot to do it every Saturday, which I am on the Saturday from 6 to 7 a.m.
Nice. So now we're gonna have to go
And
listen.
and it's actually in Rhode Island, but I do it here on the computer. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. How you do? How are you? How are you enjoying that experience? I'm sorry, my rescue cat just keeps meowing outside.
I have a kitty too that I rescued, but is outside. But
Oh,
I'm really enjoying it. The thing is, I love being on the radio. I just love being on air. I love doing interviews. I love being on the radio, and yeah, even if I'm not singing, I just love being on the radio. It's fun.
well, because you have that outgoing personality.
You do. You really do.
Like me.
One of the DJs at that station said, Sabrina doesn't need Mike to sing. She just wants to talk on the radio.
Well, I mean, you have more of the outgoing personality than me and Michelle. Me and Michelle combined, we don't even have that kind of like energy out there.
I don't know. I just got this opportunity to join because Brian interviewed me last year on Halloween.
Oh,
Awesome. And then we stayed in touch. And then early this year, he said, you want to join me on the air? I'm like, ah. Yeah. And
so
then recently, he just said, why don't you just do it every Saturday? I'm like, I've been asking you to do it every Saturday. Because I kept missing it, you know, like if I don't do it every week, it's like there's something missing. Yeah. Also, I also enjoy it too, and it's fun, and I do it just to help him and laugh and just enjoying it all, you know.
oh,
And yes, I
sense.
have to wake up at 5 in the morning, but it's
Oh,
so worth it. It's so worth it if I'm doing it for music.
well,
So.
that's it. What do you talk about on that show, anyways?
Well, at the beginning, we talk about the schedule that's going to happen throughout the day because it's an AM station, so they say from morning to night who's on the air.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe we talk about depending on what he has planned because he plans the show, so we can always change. So he plays the music. Sometimes he surprised me by playing one of mine. And then of course he has to text me to tell me what to say because I'm not there next to him. So he's always like, say this. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but it is fun, and I have met a lot of DJ Gadget. I met on 96.7 The Buzz, which is their sister station, as well as the Classic Rock.
Oh, wow.
Kent County Classic Rock I 105.5 FM. So those three stations are all connected. So Brian, DJ Gadget, and Crazy Chris is the boss. Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah.
there's too many
And
Chris's.
I
My boyfriend's Chris. Michelle's boyfriend is Chris.
oh my god, this is fantastic,
Like
huh?
this is
I swear to God, they're just like, you know what? Let's just name every man in Earth Chris. Let's just go with that.
Well, every Chris I have met in my life have been very good to me.
Same here. Oh Lord.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, yeah, this station, those three stations, they're all combined, they're all together, and they're like a family. So
Okay.
very close to them, and they support a lot of local artists as well in the states. Like they call me local, but Canadian local. They're playing me there, but it's funny. But yeah, they're great.
Well, that's cool though. That's good.
If you're able to wake up early to listen to me on Saturday, you should. It's fun.
I'm
It's
prob
interesting.
I'm probably going to because
like anyway.
I probably have to because I mean I start my new job on Saturday and Sunday, so
Nice.
yeah. Um,
I'm
eh,
usually awake anyway. Fiance works nights, so
oh God. Anything from Michelle?
I think talk show sounds like a lot of fun. I think it's really important for radio to support local artists. I was just I was listening to a lot of your music the other night, like I said, so I could familiarize myself with your lyrics. And do you have any plans for the future? Like, are you in writing or anything like that?
I am writing, but the pandemic is slowing everything down from the performing to going into studio to interacting. Um, but yeah, I just can't wait to get back out there.
Makes sense.
Imagine so.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
But that's why during the pandemic I've been doing virtual concerts online and lots of interviews and performing on the radio by doing the
Right.
interview because I didn't stop because the pandemic stopped everything. I kept doing what I could do around the pandemic, so I didn't stop being creative
Makes
because
sense.
why stop?
Well, yeah, that makes.
Just work around it if you can. Just do what you can. But yes, it is very depressing and very frustrating. But eventually everything is gonna be back to normal. Hopefully.
Fingers
Soon.
crossed. Fingers crossed for sure. But yeah, no, I think we were talking about that actually. We were talking a little bit about wanting to do a live show through Limitless, weren't we?
Yeah. There's something about that.
Yeah, it's.
I think you told me about that.
I know that I've been wanting to do it. It's just trying to figure out all the technical aspects. There's already a lot of technical aspects that have to do with running the website, so it's like I'm learning as I go. Well, me and Michelle are both learning as we go, to be honest.
I'm still learning as I go.
That's the
With
beautiful
everything
thing.
in life is.
Actually, talking about the future, what should fans expect in the maybe next year or so?
Hopefully some new music. That's all I can say. Hopefully. And I'm not promising because we don't know what's gonna happen. But I really am working towards, if not a full album, at least one song, if nothing else. And I'm trying to get a Christmas song in the works. I'm trying to
That'd be
write one
fun.
or do a cover, but I'm trying to find that right song if I want to cover it because it has to suit the vocal
Oh
my
yeah,
my voice. So, but I am hoping to have a Christmas song at some point.
that'd be kind of fun.
But right now I'm trying to get some like original
Alright.
songs, and then if that works. But man, I want a Christmas song. Everybody has at least one, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
I need that. I
Right.
need that.
you could do Jingle Bell Rock. That one's popular. I mean, it was covered on what was it?
I like Last Christmas, but I've been told it has been covered so many times
It
that
it
people might get tired of it.
it has. Don't
I've been told don't go that route.
don't.
That's
As,
the worst.
as a person that reviews music, when holidays come up, that song comes up so many times. Like any artists that are listening right now, please don't send me it. No more. It's just I'm gonna put it into the reject pile.
I might cover it for fun, but I've been told do not record it.
Yeah.
They said people have heard it way too much.
Exactly. I'd rather.
I do like to hear it though.
That's it. Like
Might not want to hear it.
I love hearing it. I love hearing the different things to it, but it's so much on the radio. Like I hear it on all of the radio stations around here, and then I go online, and then it's like put in everything, and I'm like, I'm the person that looks for the songs that haven't been played.
I don't know why, but I want to do Rudolph the Red-Nosed
That's fun. I play that. Like I
But
put
make
that
a
in.
rock version of it.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
fun.
heavy rock version.
That's
It's
it.
gonna sound completely different than the original slow, lovable.
But that's it. But that's fun. Like there was when I first started on the station and I got to the Christmas part, I had to look for songs that were really different, and I remember finding what was it? Was it Santa Claus Come to Town? Yeah, it was Santa Claus Come to Town, and it was some kid I found on YouTube, and he did like a rock version to it, and I'm like, holy crap, this stuff is amazing. I just put that onto the station. Like it was so fun.
Amazing how people can take the original and change it into their own way. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, It's I get shocked every time.
If I had to say my absolute favorite while we're talking about Christmas songs, my absolute favorite, and it's kind of obscure, is "All I Want for Christmas Is You" by Vince Vance and the Valiant.
Aw.
Not the Mariah Carey song. It's a completely different
Oh
song.
no, Mariah Carey is good, but I hear it a lot.
Yes. A lot.
I will say she's good though. She's very good.
She is, but you know, Christmas time, you walk into any store, and it's like as if they planned it. That you walk into the store, and they're just like, new customer, put it on.
Ali and AJ have a Christmas song. I forgot what it was, the name of it. Christmas is here. Yeah, but I like Ali and AJ. I grew up with them.
Oh, there was this.
Yeah.
There was one. I think it was.
And Simple Plan too has.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I used to listen to them a lot as a kid. I know that.
Did you hear they just announced today they canceled their entire tour that they had because of everything happening in the States? They said,
No.
"We're so sorry that we want to be safe. Like, we would do it. We're all vaccinated. We had everything set, but we're afraid that because things have gotten so bad that they don't want to cause more.
Oh
So
no.
everything got canceled. But I think it's good though
It
because
it
they're
definitely
trying to
is.
keep everybody safe. But a lot of people are bummed.
Oh yeah. No. I. That sucks. I didn't even know that they were planning a show, but that's crazy.
Yeah, they had a tour in the States. Yeah, coming soon, and yeah,
But
but
that. Uh,
they might move it to next year.
Hopefully. I mean, I don't even know if the Montreal Metal Fest is gonna be going on this year.
There's a metal fest.
Yeah, it's Heavy Metal Montreal.
Wow.
It's amazing. I've been trying to go since I was like 13.
And did you go?
I never had a chance. Either I'm working, either I don't have the money for it, or it's just I don't have time. But like I want to go, but I don't know if they're even gonna do it. I know they canceled a bunch of concerts because of COVID, which sucks. It sucks as a radio host because that's like how we get our promotion. Stop yelling at me.
Is that how does that work? Is it a boy or a girl?
I'm not sure. Me and my boyfriend are kind of torn between male and female. We don't know.
You could just look at.
That's that. Trust me, I've tried, and I can't say if it's a boy because if it's a boy, it's fixed. But there's also no way to tell if it's a female and fixed.
Well, all I can say is touch the chest, and if the chest is flat, it's a boy, and if you feel a bit of a bump, it's a girl, because the girl will have the nipples.
I tried to check that. He seems to not being like to be touched anywhere that's underneath him. I know. I plan after because there's a heat wave coming in Montreal. I don't know if it's the same in Ottawa, but there's a heat wave. I have to.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow's gonna be 32, so maybe it is the heat.
Well, with humid here, it's gonna be about 41. It's something like that. It's really hot.
I'm staying in Ottawa.
So it's gonna be really hot. So we took him in because for one, he didn't look like he knew where he was going. So we're me and my boyfriend are the type of person that we can't let the cat.
Found him.
Yeah. So he's here. He's everything like that. Next week we're taking him because when the heat wave is done, when it's easier for me and my boyfriend to actually go, we're gonna walk to the vet. We're gonna see if it has a chip. And if he doesn't, then we have to go on to the next step and figure out.
He probably, mommy lost him.
I don't know if mommy lost him or because
Is he small?
no, he's like a full-grown adult. He had a collar on and
Okay.
there's nothing.
Either he's wild, like he has no home, or somebody. But yeah,
Or because there was
you should check.
because there's a recent like moving too, so it's kind of also there's a chance he was abandoned. Because here in Montreal, the sad part is, the reality is a lot of animals get abandoned during moving.
That sounds good.
No, it is. It breaks my heart every time because every time moving season comes, we expect to find a cat every time. So what?
Well, even if he or she has a chip and they can't find the owner, I'm sure they'll let you take care of it.
I hope because he's real. I keep saying he. I have a feeling it's a he.
Most likely.
But it's like super sweet. It was scared at first, but super sweet. He wants to cuddle. He wants to be loved. He's everything like that. So.
I think the reason your cat is meowing it wants attention and love.
Oh,
Probably it
oh, very much so.
wants to be held.
Oh, very much so. We found out it's a good cat. Like it's an expensive cat, and these cats require a lot of attention. Stop
Do you know
yelling.
what kind of cat your cat is?
It's an I can't pronounce it. Abyssinian. They're called Abbeys. Yeah. So they're yes. They're super sweet though. They're very affectionate. They want to be loved. They want to be cuddled. They're little attention whores.
All cats, you were their owner.
Oh, my other cats that we have, they are not. They're like, "Oh, you pet us. Okay. Bye." They're like, "We don't need it anymore."
Well, my cat wants the hugs and the kisses and the love, and then when he doesn't want it, he says, "Time to play." The worst thing is he sleeps all day, and then at night he's like, "It's time to play," and then I'm like, "Sorry, man, I'm going to bed."
Our other one of our other rescues that we had, Jasper. He was part of the TNR program, which is Trap, Neuter, Release. And well, we took him in and everything like that, socialized him, and he's exactly like that. Like he's a super lovable cat, but like he'll headbutt you to like give you love. But
Oh, I
at
would love that.
oh, he's so sweet. Hi, I see you. Come here.
It's okay, sweetie pie. Wow.
But yeah, no, Jasper is like super, super sweet. He wants to like play, he wants to love, but at night he's so different. He's like, I'm going to run around like a crackhead.
Well,
Oh,
my cat in the middle of the night bangs on my door.
oh God. Yeah, Jasper does that too because
Swear he's knocking.
we separate our males and females because we have one or two that aren't fixed. So we're like, they're just gonna stay separate because they're both too old.
Oh, because you don't want it to make babies.
No. Oh God, no. I'm good. I am good. I don't. Mm-mm. So we keep them separate and everything like that, and they're fine. And Jasper wants to play with everyone. Jasper just wants to love everyone. So he tries to open the door. So he puts his paw under. He's like, "Can I open it?" I'm like, "No, buddy. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Stop." Yes, everyone hears you.
It's okay, hon. We hear you.
Oh, good Lord. He's cute though. He's sweet. Super, super sweet. But we had to block him off because we don't know how interactive he is with other animals. By what I've seen, I don't think he's interacted with cats yet. So while he's here, we're just letting him kind of smell through the door, and that's it. So, yes, everyone hears you.
Oh, I think your cat wants to play.
Oh, he just wants attention. It's the longest I've been in the office with him, so he's like, "I'm gonna meow until you look at me."
Oh, that's beautiful.
But yeah, so stop stealing the show. I will duct tape you to the wall.
Cat can steal the show.
I'll do what my boyfriend.
That's always good.
I'll do what my boyfriend suggests. We're just gonna duct tape him to the wall, and he's gonna stay there. Probably so. Yeah, he's probably gonna be like, "You can duct tape me."
And cats are strong.
Oh, very. Oh, very much so. Good Lord.
I cannot believe how many times my cat
Good. Exactly. Like when they run around and then they just stop for a second, start running again. I'm like, I can't. I'm like, I can't. No, I'd be in bed by now. I can't.
I know. My cat wants me to run around, and I'm like, dude, I can't. I'm gonna fall.
Michelle, what about you? Do you have any cats, or are you just gonna stay silent and not talk?
I
Oh,
don't have pets right now. We're in an apartment, so.
so you don't get to feel the love we do.
Oh. I
Oh,
had cats last year, but
yeah. Let's not talk about it. Oh,
got a cat that was deaf. She would she would turn her back, and I didn't at the time I didn't realize she was deaf. But she would turn her back and she couldn't see me. She would just sit there and scream into the abyss. I'm like, I'm behind you. What are you doing? But then we found out she was deaf.
oh, that poor.
Like I would go in front of
Poor
her. I'm like,
kid.
you're okay.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at the cat. It's just the situation of it.
She was something else. She was very unique. She would chase the vacuum cleaner. The other cats would run from it. She'd chase it like, let me take a ride.
Oh, my cat used to be scared of the vacuum. Now I'm vacuuming and the cat is following.
Oh. See, I'm.
My cat is very curious, so anything I do, he has to be there. And I'm like, I'm cleaning my room. Get out. I don't want more fur in my room.
Uh, it's worse when you just cleaned up everything, and then they're just like, oh, look at this non-hairy thing. I'm just gonna go put all my hair on this.
How about making your bed and then your cat goes under your sheets?
Oh, good lord.
It takes forever to make the bed. It just takes me 2 seconds. Now you're making it take 5 minutes.
So apart from my cats, I have my dogs too, right? One's
Oh,
one's 16, just turned 16, just a couple of days ago, and then we have my other dog Chappie, and she's about 7, 8. So they have a new thing that they started recently. I love them to death. I love them. But their thing now is that once all the floors are nice and mopped and clean and smelling fresh, they will pee where it was mopped.
I is it? Wait. Are they playing? Because they must be trained.
Oh, they're trained. They're trained. They do it to piss me off
Do it on a clean floor.
every time. It doesn't matter like what product I use. It doesn't matter if I use vinegar. It doesn't matter if I use Mr. Clean. They're going to do it. And it's worse when I just taken them out 5 minutes ago, mopped the
And then you
floors.
do it in, yeah.
I was like, oh, I love them to death though. I can't.
That's why I don't have dogs.
But they're not that like they're not always like that. Like, but it's like that those little things that are new, and I'm like, I am going to put you on the balcony.
Having a cat is easier because you can leave it home and
Yeah.
and just walk around. I wanted a cat so I didn't have to go walking.
I love all animals, and Michelle can even tell you like she's seen all my animals, but due to a certain person on Facebook, I stopped putting any of my animals on Facebook because just a whole situation went down. But I love all animals. I can't,
Me too.
But for me, what I love about cats a little bit more than dogs is that you have to work for their love. Dogs will just give you the love and be like, we love you, we love everyone, and everything like that. But cats, it takes time, it takes effort. And when you gain that trust, there's no stronger bond than a cat and like an owner. And people are like, oh no, it's dog and human. No, no. The strongest bond is a cat and its owner.
I kiss my cat so much I think he's saying to me, stop kissing me, woman.
This one, I've been like, this one, even though it's not mine, like I try and give it attention. Like any animal that gets rescued here, whether it's gonna stay here as a permanent, whether it's gonna be here for a week, it's gonna get treated like our animal.
The same.
Exactly. And like I go and I like kiss it, and I was holding it before, and these cats don't tend to like to be held, but this one just like melted into me, and it went. I put its back paws here.
It needs love. It needs love.
It put its back paws here, had the other front, wrapped itself around, and I'm like, oh.
It hugs
It like literally just stayed there, and I'm like, oh, hi, buddy. And then I felt something wet. He drooled on me. I, I was like, oh, that's nice. Go back on your ledge. Go. Oh, animals, animals and music, man. Those are my two favorite things. I can't like if I could just get paid to run an animal shelter and play music, I'd be great. I'd be rich by now. Cats and metal, yes. Isn't that your new logo? Actually, Michelle, do you want to tell Sabrina Fallah a little bit about your show?
I haven't done enough with it yet. I keep saying I'm going to go live, and then it comes time for me to go live, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to play with.
Well, tell her at least a little bit about your plans.
I'm kind of nervous to go live, but I think I'm just gonna jump in and do
I did it. I
experience for me. So, I play a little of everything though. I play country, I play rock, I play metal, I play hip hop, Christian music, gospel music. It's a mix of
Nice.
everything.
Yeah, it's good to play variety.
Well, that's also the point of Limitless Radio. Because I'll a little bit talk about it because I don't think I actually got to tell you a little bit about the new station either. But when I started this, it was because me and Michelle, we didn't feel like we could spread out enough on the old station. I don't know any other way to describe it without sounding bad. And Michelle will understand this. But exactly, it wasn't our thing, and it's just we loved it. We loved the experience and everything like that. Don't get us wrong, but the difference is that we wanted to be able to play the variety of music that we loved, but it just felt so constrained to one thing. And then they were telling us that we couldn't play these bigger bands and play the smaller bands, and I didn't think that was right because the point is if I know a band that sounds similar, what I want to do is play this smaller band first, right? Then play this bigger band, and then fans are like, oh, damn, this band sounds like this band. I want to go look up this band now. So the point of Limitless was exactly what the name is radio should be limitless. It shouldn't be just constrained to rock, metal, to this. And it's exactly like she said. We have Party Saturdays, which has like music that's like dance, it's like DJs, it's all the fun stuff like that. And then we have Wednesdays, which is all country, which is what I kept the same from the old station. And it's just a nice variety of a mix of music.
Nice. Is Shania Twain on it?
Not yet, I don't think. I've been working on the country. I've been trying to work on like getting all the songs through.
You should get some Shania Twain in there.
Oh, it's a plan. It's definitely a plan. It's just, like I said, it's been trying. We're up to, Michelle, what was our count? 200 bands now, at least.
I think so. Yeah.
Like, I think between us both, there's at least 200 bands from when I started to when she joined, and combined, it's a lot. So it's about we're still organizing music. We're still putting some songs into playlists, and we're like, oh, these guys didn't get so it's a journey. It's a journey and a half, and we've only been doing this for what, maybe about a month now, 2 months.
Yeah.
So
Well, keep going. Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely like our main. Go ahead. Since you don't talk a lot.
I'm quiet. hip hop day, a dance day, and then maybe take Sundays and make it Southern rock.
I think that'd be cool. I think that's gonna be fun. You know, I'm not someone like, and Michelle again, she can vouch on this. I've never been constraining to her for doing anything. I'm like, she'll come to me, she's like, can I play this song? And I'm like, I don't care, it's your show, bye.
Do you guys have any plans for Halloween?
I do, because Halloween's my thing. Like, Michelle, you're not allowed to touch Halloween, it's mine. Yeah, not.
It's like, okay, I'm fine with it. I'll take Christmas.
I will hand her Christmas. I will wrap it up and give it to her. I don't like dealing with Christmas.
My holiday anyway.
Yes,
There you go.
yeah, no, I plan on doing the Halloween playlist. I plan on doing everything like that. I want to get all the great classics.
I can't wait for Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out next year.
Mine's what do you call it? The Neighbor for Christmas every time, for Christmas and for Halloween. It is what it is.
And the new Halloween movie is coming out.
I heard me and the boyfriend are planning to go see it for sure.
Uh-huh.
What about you? What are your plans for Halloween? Are we gonna sing the Monster Mash?
Are you talking to me or
Yeah.
or Michelle?
Sabrina,
What monster man?
the Monster Mash. You know the song? Like it's like the. Do you guys not know the Monster Mash?
I do. I know the
I
song.
think I do, but I don't quite remember how it goes.
Oh my god, it's like the best song ever. It's like I don't know.
Fun song.
It very much is. I don't want to play it just because when I put this on YouTube, I don't want to get copyright strike.
Yeah, you're gonna get copyright strike. But you can send it to me afterwards. So
I-
I can hear it.
I will. Are you gonna planning on singing any songs for Halloween? Maybe any covers?
Are there Halloween songs?
Yeah, there is.
I better look into that. But I know Aqua has a Halloween song.
Oh, there you go.
Friday night, the Aqua one. I love Aqua.
You're gonna
Halloween Aqua.
you're gonna have to send me that one because I don't know it.
Oh, okay. So you send me the Monster Mash, and then I'll send you the Aqua one. Okay, there we go.
That's a deal. Oh,
Aqua is touring.
yeah?
Really?
I didn't know that.
I love them. They're still rocking.
My only song that I think, was it from them or is it the other one? I think it's Barbie Girl. That's about the only song. that was my jam as a kid. And any of my friends watching this, don't use this against me. Did you guys ever?
Aqua came out when YTV was actually YTV.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my god.
I know.
With the zone and everything. Good lord. Oh, I feel old. I feel old.
By the way, I used to record all my shows when I was younger. So I bet you anything in my recording on my tape.
Oh my
I
god.
still have probably the zone recorded because I was
Oh,
during that. Oh my! I bet
good
you
lord.
can go online. You can find it.
Oh, for sure.
I did throw out my VCR tapes, even though they might not work anymore. But the memories of recording.
Oh yeah.
As a child, every night, Hey Arnold, Boy Meets World.
Oh my
grew up on campus. Oh
god.
Oh
My-
God.
If it wasn't
My favorite stuff.
if it wasn't YTV, it was always the Disney Channel. And like my thing was like Zoe 101. I loved it. I could not get enough. Oh, it was so fun. And then when the series ended, I felt like I didn't have anything left. I'm like, what do I do with my life?
Well, the series ended because Jamie Lynn Spears was pregnant.
I know. I was still so like I was so sad. I'm like, oh, I'm like my show.
You know what? It's fine. The show had a great following,
Oh yeah.
I hope they do a reboot, but I don't know.
You
They
know,
talked about it, but
I don't think I even want a reboot. I think I would want them to like do like a reuniting,
oh, if Chase and Zoe got
got
together.
together. I need closure.
I want to know if they ended up together in the end.
I oh
They
yeah.
end up marrying.
Oh, I need closure on that one. That's been like a long time waiting.
Because we don't know. We don't know, right?
Do you guys remember when Disney used to like release these songs? Like, okay, do you guys remember Camp Rock, where like the Jonas Brothers and Demi Lovato and like that? Do you guys remember when they released it with like the sing along and everything?
I never watched the sing along, but I watched the movie a ton of times.
I
But
did,
yeah,
I did
they
too.
did that with a lot of the Disney movies that had music involved.
Yeah, they did sing alongs and like pop ups that like give you info. I recorded
Man, I don't
those.
know.
Yeah, those were fun. Oh, good lord.
How about Lizzie McGuire?
I
That
watched
show.
I watched it a little bit as a kid and then I got tired of it.
Oh my god, I
Really?
still watch it. Okay. How about Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
I never had a chance. Never even had a chance to check it.
Well, it's on Disney Plus.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe I'll take a
I
look.
have all the DVDs.
I'll take
And
it.
I still watch my Angel and my Spike. I know.
I chat and storms all the time.
Angel got his own show as well.
Yeah?
Angel
Yeah.
show.
Huh?
Yeah, I used to watch
It,
Angel and
it, it,
Connor.
was, it was connected to Buffy's when he was going out of the show and coming back. Yeah, and Spike as well did that. Yeah.
Huh, that's cool.
It's such a good time to be born during that era.
Oh, very much so.
Because just watching those shows again, I'm thinking I'm back in my 15, 16 self.
Right?
Watching those shows.
Well, that's it. Like, if you look at the shows today, like, I've tried to watch some with my nieces and nephews, and I'm like,
Yeah.
It's not the same.
it's not. It doesn't have the story that it had. It does just. It doesn't captivate you as much.
So iCarly.
Yes.
Have you ever watched
Yes.
iCarly? I heard they did a reboot of that one, but it's supposed to be like more adult, and I'm like,
I
let's make it more
hear
adult.
I know.
people say it's more adult and that it's better, but I've never watched iCarly.
Yeah.
I did. I actually got really into it.
Good.
I think that's. I think iCarly's the reason why I
I
got
don't
into
know
this.
why. I was more into Zoe.
I was.
Yeah.
I was very much like Zoe 101, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody,
Oh.
especially especially the time that Jesse McCartney came on the show. I fangirled so hard.
Love him.
Oh,
What was the second one after Sweet Life?
uh,
I think it was Sweet Life on Deck or
yeah.
something.
yeah, I watched that one too. I was very much a fan of like those shows.
Haven't watched.
I watched those,
God.
Life with Derek, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. How about
But are those shows on Disney Plus though?
I don't know. Actually, good question.
I'll have to look.
how about Even Stevens?
Even Stevens. Nope.
Never watched that one.
Disney Plus. How about Phil of the Future?
That sounds familiar.
It was during the time when Ali and AJ was coming out because Ali was on that show.
Okay.
It sounds familiar, but I'm not too sure. Oh, good lord.
It was during the time of Zoe coming out.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I know growing
It
up.
sounds familiar, so I'm sure you've seen it. You just forgot. 'Cause
Yeah.
all those shows were around the same time. How about That's So Raven?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good watch.
Yeah, that I think everyone watched it.
New one now. They have Raven's Home now. It's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I've watched it. I like episodes.
I didn't watch that one yet.
Good.
No.
No, actually, it's when they have kids. It's very good.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's a good show.
I'm just gonna go now.
It's on Disney Plus. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna go watch it now. Bye.
I don't know how I remember all these shows that I used to watch. It's crazy.
Can you?
I
I
think
can.
it's
I can remember.
I'm sure there's more. I just can't remember. The cartoon I was watching was Hey Arnold.
No. Oh God.
I was
that was my favorite one.
when
I love
I
that.
was in love with Arnold.
My
I
my
wanted to be Helga and make that
Yeah.
locket and put it in her.
my. I don't know my car.
I wanted to.
My cartoons, my like go-tos were usually like Cat Dog was Rugrats is my biggest one. Um, one that
I have Tommy.
oh
I have Tommy somewhere in my stuffed animals.
oh that's so cute, but I didn't
know.
I didn't like that. I didn't like it when they were grown up. I couldn't follow with it.
I
I
didn't
never.
like.
I couldn't.
Follow. You baby's crying, Maria.
I'm sorry.
How about Sailor Moon?
No. I got into different anime, but Sailor Moon wasn't my thing.
I have the Sailor Moon dream house
Nice.
Yeah.
What about wait,
and all the Sailor Scouts and the cat.
oh wow.
Tuxedo Man.
I
I am never ever getting rid of them. They're probably worth a lot of money now.
no, my anime journey started with my friend and she got me into Black Butler, so I went that route. I didn't go to the Sailor Moon route. I went that way.
Oh, but
So good.
Sailor Moon, I grew up on. Yeah, and I was Sailor Moon for Halloween one year, and I had the wig and the wand.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I
god.
was very into Sailor Moon.
I did
Have you watched Ruby?
no.
No.
Everyone just goes silent.
No, I'm like, what's Ruby?
It's
Yeah.
anime. It's really good. It's decent. I liked it. My daughter actually mentioned it, and she's like, "You need to watch this one. It's really good." I'm like, okay.
I actually remember.
The anime is fine.
Actually, talking about costumes for Halloween, I remember back when I was like a kid, there was a show. It was like about a kid who always dressed like a vampire. I forget what that show was called, but I remember I used to watch it all the time. So my mom, good lord, what she did is she actually made the wig to match with all the bows and the hair going up. She got like the blanket to tie around it, and we went. I forget where. I think we went to Ontario or something, but we went through like a whole corn maze, and we ended up like crisscrossing like a person dressed as a vampire, but like my character was like a nice little sweet vampire, and like this one looked all creepy. And this guy was big too, and he looks down at me, and I was like a short little thing. It's like, what are you? I'm like, I'm a vampire. What are you? It's like, I'm a vampire. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm a good one, so you better move. Oh,
Twilight versus Blade.
pretty much, yeah. Oh,
Your cat's adorable.
oh, he is. I love him. He's not mine, but I love him. He's cute.
He might be yours. He might end up being yours, though.
That's what my boyfriend said. He's like, I have a feeling, and I'm like, oh no. If either of us usually have that feeling, it tends to be right.
Well, I would say go with your gut, and you're mostly right.
Like I said, because with him is that we were walking, and we're like, okay, well, show us where your home is. And the house that he went to, it's like not far from where we are. And
Yeah.
he literally stopped at the door, and he was looking inside the patio, and I'm like, maybe it's the new tenants or something like that. So we knocked on the door, and the guy's like, we don't have a cat. And I'm like, oh no.
Probably looking for a home.
Probably. I don't know. But he had his like little bell, and then we took it off. So we're like, you know what? Because he had an imprint on his neck. Hi, buddy.
Yeah, it was too tight. It was too tight on his neck.
Yeah.
Oh, sweetheart.
Oh. hi. Oh, are you part of it now? Oh, hi. You've never done this. Hi. Oh. Okay, you're gonna knock my headphones off, buddy. Okay.
He's like, I don't care, you're mine now.
Oh, hi. Hi. Okay.
He's choosing you.
I wish you guys can hear him purring. Okay, there we go.
That's the cat.
He's like, that's all I wanted.
That was fun. Okay.
Cover you in cat hair and then leave.
Oh god, my mom just scared me. She opened my door.
Oh, good
She's
one.
like, bye. I'm like, I guess they're going. That's funny.
Oh,
Once I was doing an interview, I had my door shut. I don't know how my cat opened the door and got in.
oh no.
I'm like,
We used to have.
they're very smart.
It's okay. My boyfriend had and we had our older cat, and before I met him, he had this the house he lived in had like door handles, but they were like the straight ones. So the oldest cat, his name was Spike. He used to jump up and not get open
Yeah.
so he could get out. Oh,
Cats will find ways
like
to get into a room.
that cat was the smartest cat. The rest of our cats, they're pretty lazy. They don't really care. They're not the brightest in the box.
Well, we leave all the doors shut that we don't want our cat to go into, except for the bathroom, because one day when I walked into my bathroom,
Yeah.
my cat took the toilet paper into the other room downstairs and tore it all apart, and
Oh no.
I'm like, it's Christmas!
Oh no.
That wasn't long after I got him. Like, I'm not used to this.
Oh.
Now we shut all the bathroom doors because the cat likes the toilet paper.
Oh, good lord, that's bad.
No, but it's hilarious. Like, I love it. It's funny. How can you be mad at such a cutie?
Exactly. Like you can't. Like they're too sweet. Oh,
Until they
good lord.
steal your food. I left my bowl of tuna on the table.
Oh, no.
1 second.
Oh, go.
Get something. And then I come back and then I see him. His head is in the bowl. I'm like, of course.
no. He's like, this is good, Mom. Thanks.
Oh no. My older cat, like one of my older cats that I used to have, he had a weird obsession with watermelon, and I only found it out. I was eating some, and he kept meowing, and I'm like, okay, you want to try it? Fine, stop meowing at me. So I threw it, and it ate it, and after that, I couldn't eat watermelon without him, like, yelling at me.
My cat doesn't even like the smell of watermelon.
Oh,
He won't eat it.
he liked that, and he liked pumpkin. That was his two.
My cat likes tuna.
Oh, yeah, I think every cat loves it.
He's only 11 months, so I haven't introduced him to actual fruit completely yet.
Okay.
But he likes cheese.
Yeah, my cats too. That's like their number one thing that like I can't even make a cheese sandwich without them being like, "Oh, you're having cheese?" But I thank my mom for that one. My mom
Anytime somebody's in the kitchen doing anything, my cat thinks food is being made for him.
Oh god. Yeah, no, my mom used to tease my cats with cheese. So now my cats think every time that there's cheese, they're going to get a piece.
It's for them.
Yeah, so every time that happens, I look at my mom and I'm like, "This is your fault. You know this, right? This is your fault." I look at my cats and I'm like, "Your grandmother, I swear to God."
I know, right?
Oh god.
I can talk about cats all day, I swear.
I
They're just
I think that should just be our next video. We'll just do cat section. Cats and metal, yes. Oh, good lord. Well. Oh. Well, I guess that we should wrap it up. I guess we're gonna have to.
Yeah, I think that was actually you asked me the questions that I wanted you to ask me actually.
Yeah?
And it was fun going into the Christmas and the Halloween. And there's oh my god!
he's
I love that.
he's gonna be like my mascot. That's it. You're our mascot now. Misfit, you're a mascot.
He's gonna get you all the followers just because he's meow.
But then watch, I'm going to leave and he's gonna be like, "Oh, you're done? Okay, bye." He's gonna leave me alone. Oh. Oh. Yes, I know. Everyone hears you from like here to like, where are you from again? Alabama. There you go. People in Alabama are gonna start looking for cats. They're gonna be like, "Kitty?" Oh, I'm done with this cat. Michelle, I will FedEx this cat to you. Don't tempt me. Yeah.
Can you even do that?
No, actually, and I can answer this because I used to work in the customer service area. You cannot ship live animals unless you have a special permit or you're a zoo. That's the only time they can.
It's obvious.
Also, fun fact before we cut off. You cannot ship a dead body.
Unless it's for Halloween. And it's fake.
And I looked at this and I looked at my trainer and I'm like, so if this is a rule, did someone actually try and do this? And he's like,
Maybe.
he looked and he's like, I'm not answering that question.
It's as if they didn't want the person to be buried where they were. I want to ship it to the States.
But it's because there's okay. In general, my mom always had a saying that if there's a rule, it's because someone tried it.
Most likely.
Like if you read your like your books that come with your phone, it'll say do not microwave your phone. It's because it's because someone tried it. I'm not joking. Go get your manuals and you'll see.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's actually a thing in most of the cell phone books now that say don't microwave your phone because it was a trend. People are like, you can microwave your phone and charge it.
And it will blow up your. Oh my god.
Yeah. I think the funniest thing
It's like
I have
telling somebody, put your TV in your oven to give it a
right?
Pretty much.
I think the funniest thing that I have ever seen was I bought a new leash and collar for my dog, and it said for use with pets only. I'm like,
Oh no.
I don't want
What? It said what?
I do not want. It said for use with pets only. I'm like, I don't want to know. I do
Wait.
not want to know.
Yes. Actually, I know where you're getting at.
PG people, PG.
I can't believe people are. Yeah.
Oh. Good lord.
The best day ever.
On that note, before we get into more subjects, I think let's. Oh yeah, Miss Christian, don't use it with other things. Only use it with pets.
Next time I go to the store for pets, I'm gonna try to see if they wrote that anywhere.
Oh, good lord.
That's gonna be great.
I just want to know what's going on in Alabama now. Sure, Miss DJ. Oh.
My God.
Yeah. That's it. We're done.
And that's why I don't have a leash for my cat.
Oh, I'm not even getting. Oh.
Never mind.
So, to anyone that is watching, let's just say a good night, a good day, wherever you're from.
And we hope you enjoyed the laugh.
Oh, we hope.
Yes.
Yes.
This was fun. I would totally come back just to go through all of this and laugh, and yeah, this is fantastic.
Well, we're gonna end the live video, so I'm just gonna say good boy. And